Nation says more than 400 Palestinians have reportedly been killed near the sites. And this week, hundreds of charities said that Israeli soldiers routinely open fire on Gazans seeking aid. Israel denies this. But the whistleblower says that staff working for the foundation also used machine guns to fire on Palestinians who pose no threat. The foundation has said the claims are categorically false. Lucy Williamson sent this report from Jerusalem as Israel has barred international journalists from entering Gaza independently.
Days after Gaza's new aid operation began, one US security guard was already having doubts. He gave us this footage from inside site number 4, showing colleagues firing on a departing crowd of Palestinians, he said. First machine gun fire from a watchtower, then more than 20 shots from a nearby guard.
When this guy was shooting into this group, this man dropped to the ground and was motionless. Then the other contractor who was standing there was like, "Damn, I think you got one." And then they laughed about it.
The former security contractor, who asked that we hide his identity, said his complaints were ignored.
I brought this to the attention of the leadership directly. I was like, I don't. And then the leadership said to me, "Well, you have no way of knowing that person was hit with a bullet. Maybe they tripped. Maybe they were tired and they passed out."
He said he witnessed several occasions when contractors shot at or injured Palestinians, including one woman who was lifted limp and unconscious onto a donkey cart after being hit with a stun grenade. Team leaders referred to Gazans as the zombie horde, he said, and instead of clear rules of engagement, had given this advice to contractors.
You have the inherent right of self-defense. If there's anything that you feel uncomfortable with, shoot and ask questions later. If you feel threatened, shoot to kill, and ask questions later.
The courage.
That's a direct quote.
That's a direct quote. And if we're on a site and somebody, is any way aggressive towards you, take them out.
GHF said the claims were false and that civilians had never come under fire at one of its sites. But an internal report seen by the...
I mean, we saw this coming from a mile away, even before, as this plan was unraveling about a month or maybe 2 months ago. It was, Max Blumenthal was setting us straight about what was going on, if we were paying attention, that this was just another way to carry out the Israelis' final solution in Palestine, in the Gaza Strip, after completely destroying UNRWA, which was tasked with feeding Gaza, pushing all of these Palestinians to the south, where they lured them with using food as bait, literally like they're dealing with rats or something, and then mercilessly shot them as they do what they're doing here, which is being funneled into the only a distribution center there is, and they've monopolized that with obviously awful intentions. I'm just saying, this is definitely not surprising. We already knew about safe reach solutions. We already knew, somebody mentioned Blackwater. It's being surprised as if they weren't behind all this. But yeah, Blackwater is a private military contracting mercenary group. It's all like ex-Navy SEAL types. And, It's a like we said, a military economy, war economy. So who's to say you can't start your own little private corporation devoted to carrying out extra legal operations in foreign countries? And that's what's happened here as well with the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. It's literally a Mossad prop.
The BBC suggests significant numbers of Gazans were harmed in some way during distribution over a 12-day period.
The GHF narrative.
And then they put drugs in the flour. Like, I would not trust anything that an IDF soldier tells me.
That no one at a site has been injured, hurt, shot at, is an absolute bold-faced lie. And they know it. It's not...
Yeah, I think we are being gaslit. I say that a lot, too. We're just, the entire world is being gaslit. We're being gaslit by... It's really, the United States is behind it all.
Hey, we didn't know that. Or, we weren't aware of that. They are aware of it, because I made them aware of it, and they've seen it.
This new distribution system, which Israel says is designed to stop aid going to Hamas, has been widely criticised for forcing vast numbers of people to walk through active combat zones to a handful of
The floating dock was not a total failure because it served as its political purposes. It was a way to normalize the starvation, the use of starvation as a weapon of war that Israel was doing. It's just going on day after day. Nothing can seemingly stop this from happening. I feel so demoralized and powerless watching this shit happen.
overcrowded sites, condemned by international aid organisations and Gazans themselves. It's also now being accused of negligence from within. Lucy Williamson, BBC News, Jerusalem.